Hello and welcome. Today we are at Lalandia, I keep saying that different ways, but we are at Lalandia Resort, which is just over the road from the holiday village, which is the Legoland accommodation. And then just to the right there's another hotel, and then there's the massive, just behind that sunset, which looks beautiful. If I zoom in, you should start to see the silhouette of the Lego castle. Is just, you can see the flag, so it's not that far away at all. And I will come back on myself. I didn't really start the video in the best place. There is a huge Aquadome here, so we'll have a quick look at the slides, and then we're going to go inside. And then what I do on the inside, I'll just do it as a voiceover, because it's just going to be so noisy and busy and crammed. So I can just sort of cut it up a little bit if I need to, but I thought I'd show you this quickly and then we will pan around. I've already gone in to eyeball what it looks like on the inside. I've been given my COVID-free wristband as well. But you have all those slides just over there. I've completely walked through the wrong way. I forgot it's split. That's a huge Aquadome. So you can see the blue slide just on the outside, and there's loads of cool bits and pieces to it. It's one place I've never yet been in, but it is on the list of things to try and do. But as I'm walking away from the entrance, which is nearly annoying, I am getting closer to the holiday village for the Legoland resort just there. So that's how close they are. So those buildings are the resort, and then here is the Aquadome, and then just down the straight line is the actual accommodation for Lalandia as well. So I do think it keeps going on behind that, but you're not going to be able to see it with the grass, I don't think. So I won't. Should I explore it? Oh, okay. Why not? Let's have a quick look. I really didn't think to start this one through, but I will stop the video here. Well, when I get around the corner, I'll stop the video, and then I can just start again from the inside. Otherwise, it'll be another 3 minutes of your lives lost. But there's lots of different tangly bits in there for the size, but the grounds are amazing. This is a bit that I've never gone down, but it looked really nice lit up in the evening. So yeah, you've got massive multiple slides around here as well. So if you guys have been lucky enough to visit, what's your favourite slide? Let me know, because it's a big old complex, this. So that's just the external slides, and it's got everything internally with all the swimming pools and things, I do believe. We are closer now to the accommodation. So that's the accommodation for Lalandia. So that's actually worked out that I did mess it up to start with, and then it pans round and you just got the Ninjago building. So what I will do now is I will have a hike. Let me zoom this out, it's got such a slow zoom. I will have a hike back. God, that's very pretty through the sun. Alright, third time lucky. I will have a hike back to the front bit, and then, like I said, it will probably just be a voiceover from there on into the end of the video, just because I know it's just going to be very, very loud and noisy. but it is definitely worth sticking around and watching for, so I will see you in there. Okay, after that very butchered start, I'm actually where I started, only because what I wanted to show off to you all is that not only is the castle there, there's actually tennis courts there, which is part of the same facility. And then as you come round, see how short this walk, God, and he walked into a bush. How short this walk would have been, and the intro would have been, is they also have this agility thing. So this is all part of their thing, and they've got a big old zip wire. So you've got all the different bits just there, and then the zip wire pings off, and it goes over to there, which is sort of between a coffee house and the tennis courts. Now the coffee house is closed and my legs hurt too much, so I'm not going to walk over that way, but we will get inside, we'll get through security and we'll have a look. Okay, voiceover time. So this first bit just here is the checkpoint where you make sure you check all your documentations to make sure that you are double vaccinated, so you are allowed in. If you didn't have the correct paperwork and you didn't know about it and you already pre-ordered a pizza like I did, you'd have to run back, get your bits and pieces, then come back. So they were extremely strict on that at this specific point of the COVID season, but now it's all calmed down. They're currently no longer doing that, because I have been back since prior to uploading this video, and that has actually disappeared. So you come through the cool big circular doors, and as you can see, it looks like it's got a fake sky and everything is at night. So you have loads and loads of different shops, loads of different eateries, and you also have the bit there just on your left hand side is where you actually check in to your Lalandia accommodation. Now, I didn't realise at the time of filming this introduction, there are thousands and thousands of different villas, different bits of accommodation that you can stay at. So where I filmed and said that's just a little bit for the accommodation, then pan around to the Ninjago stuff, it just keeps going and going and going. It is their equivalent of a Centre Parks, but the only difference is that this bit here is open to all, and you can obviously get your bits and pieces and get your food and get your takeaway and things, and you've got plenty of eateries. And as you can see, I'm trying to sort of stay on top of everything, and I have turned the volume all the way down in the video because it is very, very echoey, and there's lots and lots of different things for the little ones to do, so they're actually screaming about and doing all different bits. So we've just cut to the gym. Prior to that, what I cut off was there was a huge soft play area for the children, but obviously that was packed full of small little ones, so I cut that off, and then we just skipped to the next bit, which is their massive fitness suite, which is run by the same company that has the gym built into the Lego house. So you potentially might be able to do both. I know you can book the squash courts, the badminton courts and the tennis courts if you're on site or not on site, and obviously all these arcade machines and everything you can just use sort of free will. You don't have to sort of book to come into this bit. And as we come up and go further on, you'll see the ice skating rink. There's loads of clothes places, more eateries, and then we'll have the actual entrance into the Aquadome as well, which again you don't have to be a member of to use or be staying on. But there's your different courts. You've got your football pitches, basketball pitches, all sorts of different bits and pieces. Later on, that did actually have all the badminton nets out, but it was quite interesting that they've got all those seats, so I'm guessing they must use that, or it must double up potentially for some stuff for the schools, maybe when it's not busy in their main seasons. But they have a permanent Winterland or Winter World where it's permanently Christmas, so they've always got the Christmas trees up, all the decorations up, and as we come up and round, you'll see all the different sort of decorations that you can also buy, and there is an eatery just around the corner as well, and this leads us up to the ice skating rink. But like I said, in loads and loads of videos, they do love their water, and there's another bit with it in. And this is also where they have the ski, which is a really bizarre thing. You can see them just on there, look, sort of getting blown about with the wind, I think, and they've got to hold it before they go absolutely flying. And then down this way, if I remember rightly, I might go down. Actually, no, I was just checking to see what they had for takeaways, so I wasn't too sure, obviously, because with, like I said at the start, bearing in mind this was done just after one of the COVID hits and everything was calming down, a lot of the stuff had introduced more takeaway bits rather than just eat in, and I was just hunting down to see if I can find something to eat. But it did have all the menus were open for eat-in and takeaway, basically as normal. Some of them were at one point just takeaway only, but yeah, they had opened back up again, and you could stuff your face with whatever menu you wanted to. But the theming's really nice within this, and you can see you've got like your 2 different slopes. That was open, there was just nobody in there at that time, so you could grab your ice skates and you could just crack on and do whatever it is you wanted to do, really. And now you've got your pricing information of all the other different bits and pieces that you can do. I think you can do multiple things on the ice at different times, but I've only ever seen people ice skate on there. But I think it's a bit like the badminton courts. Obviously, it doubles up as tennis and football and everything else like that. So I think it's multiple activities I think you can do on there throughout the time in the different seasons. That is the full Christmas shop that is open all year round, and they do have sort of little gifts with Lalandia written on there and Billund written on there. So I'm guessing it's a nice memento, and it's nice and popular, so a lot of people do take the bits and pieces back. Now we are walking back out the winter village, that is just its own sort of pocket where it's got its own, like I said, it's got its own seating, and then you can do the different bits and pieces. I think just on the left hand side it actually has the entrance to the Aquadome, so you can see how far in we are until we get to the entrance. So I've not been in, like I said at the start, so if anybody has been in, let me know how big it is on the inside, because I know it has the massage rooms and it has all the other different bits and pieces within there. Now the sports and bowling, you have got that, we will see the bowling alleys, and the Monkey Tonky Land is for the little ones, that's their soft play, and you can see all the different bits and pieces that they've got in there, and that's just in different pockets with inside this Lalandia. But this is the entrance to the Aquadome, so I don't actually know how big the swimming area is, because obviously the slides look absolutely enormous, and it does have a bit on the outside. But because it's got all the spa treatments and everything as well, if you have been, do let us know in the comments below what it's like on the inside, because it is on my list of things to do, and then I can actually let everybody know what it is like. But I'll get in there. I'll get in there one day. So this is the Aquadome shop. Now this is where you can also get tickets to the Aquadome as well. It's got like a little kiosk just on the outside. Where you can just get all your bits and pieces, and if you've forgotten your goggles or your trunks or whatever, you can pick up the bits and pieces that you need to go, because again, like I keep saying, this is part of the main sort of entertainment for the huge Lalandia facility that you've got, but it's all within the one area, whereas somewhere like Centre Parks in the UK, it's all spread out and you walk to different bits and pieces, but this has sort of everything under one roof, and it has lots of little shops of pockets. So there's your frozen yogurt there, and then you have some more knick-knack and gifts. And then on the left hand side there'll be some fish coming up, I think. There we go. So you've got this absolutely enormous fish tank, when it has all sorts of nice tropical fish in there. It's like a nice seating area just in front. It's again just like the theme parks and the main sort of parks that we've walked through. There is lots and lots of seating available. So we're coming to the railway station, which has another Pizza Express and other delis and things, where again you can eat in and take away, so they're both available. These little games on the side are very, very popular. This is your bowling alley, so you can just book an alley and just crack on. And then again, lots more seating to watch. You've got your sports bar just in there, so you can see all the TVs, so they had all the cricket playing at that time. And now we're coming up to one of the shops where it does have a lot of the Lego sets in, and this is obviously one of the models that has been done to put outside the shop. Now the difference is with this shop, it actually has quite a lot of older sets, and it does have some bits and pieces on sale as well. So if it was open at the time, I would have panned in. If not, it would have had the roller shutter down, you wouldn't have been able to see anything. So I think it was closed at that point, because I came in later on in the evening when it was just a little bit more quiet, because if you come at peak time, it can be quite busy. And also check-in and check-out days, they are also days that are very, very busy for food and just everybody coming around and exploring. So this is all made from sand. Now there is a bit outside as well where they had a massive sculpture thing where they had sort of had artists doing different bits and pieces with the sand. We will see that as we go for a little bit more of a tour outside when this voiceover will finish. But there's shops and more clothing to the right, and then just to the left, if I do pan round, there is a big indoor golf course, which is very, very popular, and some of the holes are quite tricky. So you've got the
main Billund golf course, which is outside, which has all the trickery bits and pieces, and then this one, I don't know how many holes this is. It's got to be at least 8 to 10 holes, I would imagine. I think I would imagine it's about that. It's a good size. The holes are quite long, but again, it's just a nice thing to do with the family. You can see how impressive the roof is. It's a bit of a head mess when it's really, really sunny outside, and you go outside, and then it feels a lot more bright than what it was. But saying the time there is 10 to 7, I think I caught that. It's either 10 to 7 or 10 to 8, so that's why it's a little bit more quiet. But like everything else, it's very, very well signposted. I did cut out bits and pieces in the middle where all the restaurants were, because there was just so many people sat down and eating. But you can walk round this and just walk in a straight line, and you go up some stairs, and there's another massive eatery with a load of seats there. And then where I cut, where the soft play area was, there's loads and loads of seating there, and another bar and everything there, just to get some bits and pieces. So we're back outside now. I'm about to catch up with myself. That is one of the adventure activities that I thought you might want to check out, and then we do end up walking to the coffee house. And also we get to the tennis courts as well. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed that little tour on the inside. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've been. And I will catch up with myself now as I drag my feet after a very, very long but fun day. We have the Adventure Tower View Trellis and Sand Gallery. I might have to... I don't know when this is open. It's obviously all blocked off from the outside, so you can't see it, but I'm guessing it's lots of sand bits and pieces in there, which is really nice. But that sunset is gorgeous. It has got quite fresh quite quickly though. But we'll just get to the espresso coffee place so you can see what that looks like, and then I'll even show you the tennis courts, all the stuff that I said I wasn't going to show. You could just sort of see for yourself, but they are all closed, obviously. But you can imagine that being a rather busy place, because if it's attached to, well, which it is, it's part of. So this whole area is all with your accommodation, but it's also open to the public as well. So it's not, it's obviously not private. But everybody, I would imagine, would go straight there for their coffee and things in the morning. So I would guess that would be the main place to eat. And if you followed any of the other videos within this series, this water, it all connects. It all goes through. And then we have, on the inside, we had the, you could book the badminton and everything, which you've already seen. But you've got a little AstroTurf tennis court. So that is that. It's a beautiful evening, beautiful weather, in a very, very, very pretty place. So I will now finally finish that video there, after me saying that I wasn't going to do this bit. But guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. So you lot take care. Ta-da.